Noah grew up in Midfield, Alabama, right outside of Birmingham. Noah's childhood was very active, kind of mischievous.
Before he was 3, he was riding a bicycle with no training wheels. He has always been that tough little boy that will do whatever he sets his mind to.
My parents have had to go to the police station a couple of times to pick us up. You know, we were just kids being kids. Coming up on being 20 years old, I had no direction. One day I got a call from a friend of mine and he said, "Turn on the TV." When I watched those towers fall, it was terrifying. It was sad. It's like, okay, if someone has chosen to attack us and there is going to be a counterattack, I wanted to be part of it.
I remember when he told me that he was going to join the service, and I was scared to death.
Once I got in and started training, I loved the job. I fit into the military. And I was on that first invasion of Iraq in 2003. I decided this is my career. I have found what I've been looking for. But then my entire life was flipped upside down.
We found out Noah had been injured when we got a phone call from the military and that he was in bad shape.
We knew at that point he had lost a leg and an arm, but when I walked in that room, he looked wonderful because he was alive. And that's more than a lot of other mothers could say for their children that were in the service.
To wake up one day and have 2 of my limbs gone, it broke me. There were several times I thought I would much rather have died than to wake up like this.
Noah's a warrior. When you take a warrior away from what they're built to do, it's a recipe for depression and alcohol abuse.
After we got back home, he was really, really depressed. He could be on a very different track now had he not gotten himself back into shape and began recovering.
Noah.
I'm so excited to work with you.
When I first heard Noah was going to do Dancing with the Stars, I said, get out of town.
You're broadening my scope of what dance looks like.
I watched Noah Galloway keep trying and get better and better. Unbelievable.
You come out here and astonish us every single week. You help us to keep going.
He's such a beautiful dancer, and I had no idea he had it in him.
It's awesome to watch somebody like that overcome all those obstacles. You know, I'm behind him 100%, and I hope he goes and wins the Mirrorball Trophy. Noah teaches us to take what life has offered and not only to deal with it, but to make it a plus.
I've been waiting for my dreams to turn into something I could believe in, and looking for that magic rainbow on the horizon. I couldn't see it was there all along, within my reach, as close as the beat of my heart. And I'll taste every moment and live it out loud. I know this is the time, this is the time of my life. And I'll taste every moment and live it out loud. I know this is the time, this is the time to be more than a name or a face in the crowd. I know this is the time, this is the time of my life. This is the time of my life. The time of my life.
Noah and Sharna and Ray Chu live. Great job, guys.
The career was gone. 2 of my limbs were gone. So I thought, well, there goes me ever being physical again. And it really depressed me. I portrayed this image to everyone around me that I wasn't affected by it. And I buried it all. And I got to where I would just sit at home by myself and drink and try to cope with it by myself. And it was the biggest mistake I ever made.
Unless he was willing to kind of deal with some of the anger that he had about what had happened, he wasn't going to be able to move past it.
I really looked in the mirror and quit looking at what I was missing and paid more attention to what I still had left. I realized I had to make a change, and it had to happen fast. My kids were growing up. Once I accepted my injury, got back in the gym, started living a healthier life, everything picked up. It's like I had to be injured. I had to go through that dark time to get where I am today.
I would have never thought that dark day in 2005 that we would be here on Dancing with the Stars. I would have never imagined.
This dance represents the journey of acceptance from the man I was to the man I've become.
I don't do it for the money. There's bills that I can't pay. I don't do it for the glory. I just do it anyway. And I will always do my duty, no matter what the price. I counted up the cost. I know the sacrifice. Oh, and I don't want to die for you, but if God is asking me, I'll bear that cross with honor, 'cause freedom don't come free. And I'm an American soldier, an American. Beside my brothers and my sisters, I will proudly take a step. With liberty and integrity, I will always do what's right. I'm out here on the front lines, sleep in peace tonight. American soldier, I'm an American.
Noah and Sharna.
Seven months after his Humvee hit a landmine on the road to Baghdad.
40% of my body was burned. They say 33% of it was third degree.
The first thing he saw when he came to in the burn unit was his mother. But then the once handsome 19-year-old had to confront himself in the mirror.
The first time I seen my face, it was pretty hard. The doctors didn't want to let me do it yet, but I said I got to get strong and I got to learn how to deal with it.